So we talking about today. I'm coming out to talk to people about two-faced snitches, man. A lot of people, there's differences. You got two-faced snitches and you got snitches. Like when I was younger, I'm 34 now. When I was 18, for instance, like this girl, I knew her for 4 years, Crystal Smith, Amarillo, Texas, right? Her old punk ass daddy was running around stealing guns. He had just got out of prison. Now, I heard about it on the streets after all this shit happened to me that she did to me. Anyway, apparently someone called the police and told them I kidnapped this woman. They pulled me over. They asked her if she had been kidnapped. She said no. They searched the whole car for some reason, like they were just looking for something. Rubbed their hands all between the seat and everything. Didn't find shit. And then today, her dude's like 58 and she's got 5 kids with him. And they live up in Boise, Idaho, you know. And she lives the good life, ain't got no record. But anyways, after all this stuff had happened between us, I go to the car, I go to a car wash maybe a week and a half later, and I'm vacuuming my car, and the vacuum hit something between the seat, and I looked to see what it was, and it was a gun between my motherfucking seat. Now I got lucky, I guess. I mean, the police didn't feel it when they ran their hand through it, but that's some two-faced shit. Like, she put that gun in my car to send me up the river, and her whole ass daddy told her what the fuck to do, you know? She always had like a sister named Isabel Smith that was cool. She went to the military and became somebody. But this is the thing I learned. It don't matter if a person got a career, if they black, white, or what color they is, bro. You can't tell who a snitch is, a two-faced snitch, and people doing shit all the time just to send you up the river. Now, the point of my story is, if I had got caught and that gun had been in there, I didn't know. She put it on my side. They would have tracked that gun to that house that her bitch-ass daddy broke into at the time, back in 1999. And pretty much, I mean, this shit's all squashed and over with now, but it ain't over with, because this is a snitch list that I'm on. Like, I'm on the snitch list group, so I'm putting this on snitch list if anyone sees this on my Facebook, because it's dirty shit, you know. Like, they would have found that gun, I would have got accused of breaking in that house where he broke into, and that gun was between my seat. They probably wiped it clean. Even if it's wiped clean and your fingerprints ain't on it, they'll still convict you of it. See what I mean? I could have got sent up the river for 25, 30 years. She never cared about me. She never loved me. And then you got people in little towns, 2,000 people populations, they narc on people all day and think it's cool, and don't nobody do nothing about it. And it don't matter what kind of career somebody got, or if they're a teacher. You can't tell who a snitch is by looking at them. A two-faced snitch who gonna set you up. Like, my homegirl went to WT in Amarillo, Texas, and a dude she was dating was a cokehead. She wasn't aware of it, but he always kept it like in his pocket or hid it from her, you know. And they get pulled over, and he throws it over there on the fucking side where she's sitting. And she was going to WT, had a scholarship and everything. They find the cocaine, and she tells them, that ain't mine, that ain't mine. Next thing you know, she get fucked. And then they look under the seat, and then they find like a fucking pound of cocaine under her seat. So, you know, obviously she let him use her car, and he set it all up for her to get fucked. Now she can't even get a job now. She's dead now. I mean, she ended up actually getting hooked on dope and killed herself and shit, because she realized she would never have a job. She wouldn't do no more in life than work at a construction or do welding. And there's people who love that, you know, and she didn't want to be a hard laborer. You know, her dreams was an x-ray tech and get a master's degree. And, you know, two-faced snitches, man, they out here fucking people up, man. And there's good, hard people, and I look at these people now, and this bitch that set me up back then, almost 30, 25 years ago, I mean, she got a good life, got a husband who spoils her, gives her all the money in the fucking world. She got a clean record. And if you ever met her in person, unless you got history on somebody, you don't know who they are or anything about them. You just meet them. Motherfucking two-faced snitch can be anybody, man. It don't matter what career they got, who they is, how they talk, how they speak, or what they make you think. And then there's people out there that buy shit from you then turn around and turn you in and be like, oh, that person tried to sell me this and that. This is where they live. Two-faced snitches, man. They the worstest of them all. Snitches are snitches who tell on anybody, but two-faced snitches, they could ruin anybody's life. They could live in one town and fuck you over, then move to another state and fuck somebody else over. And there's people out there that's just corrupt like that, that want to bring people down. And so when you see someone out there with a clean record, you know, don't think that they good, because they could be the worstest people in fucking life, man. Just because you got a clean record don't make you golden.